Right now, tough start to the new year for the Badgers after a close bowl game loss to LSU. Our Zach Hanley is live in Tampa. Also, New Year's Eve, one of the biggest nights for drinking and driving. We'll have the numbers from last night, and we're following a New Year's walk that raises money to support families of children at UW Children's Hospital. Welcome to News 3 Now at 6. It was a game that came down to the wire for Wisconsin this afternoon. They battled to the end, but ultimately fell just short against the LSU Tigers, 35-31 in the ReliaQuest Bowl down in Tampa. News 3 Now sports director Zach Hanley continues our coverage from Florida, and he's live with a post-game recap. Zach?
Yeah, so starting fast, finishing strong. Those were the two focuses from the offseason into the season. The starting fast part, well, Wisconsin had that against LSU. The finishing strong part, that was a little different. We picked this thing up in the fourth quarter. Badgers up 31-28, and then the Tigers went on a massive drive. 8 plays, 98 yards, capped off by a Garrett Nussmeier touchdown pass to Brian Thompson Jr., and that 4-yard tutty would be the game winner. Wisconsin falls 35-31 and finishes a roller coaster of a year, 7-6.
Talk about the ups, the downs. It's the twists and the turns that, you know, I think make it the most difficult thing. You know, I've said it. This has probably been the most difficult stretch of, 2.5, 3 months that I've, had in coaching.
You know, this program's in good hands. I know a lot of people on social media and stuff drag Coach Fick and, the production that he's had, but I think he's legit.
Jake Renfro, the center, making his first start as a Badger today, echoing those same comments after the game, saying, quote, "You're going to see a completely different Wisconsin football team next year." Well, for this program, that starts January 14th with winter workouts. For now, though, live on a pirate ship at Raymond James Stadium, Zach Hanley, News 3 Sports.
Love the look of the pirate ship. Zach, thank you for your coverage. And despite the loss, Badger fans still enjoyed themselves at watch parties all across the area today, and we checked in with some of the faithful at the Silver Eagle in Monona. We talked with them while the Badgers were out in front winning, so spirits at that time were quite high. One fan said the cool thing about these bowl games is the opportunity to get out there and travel.
It presents opportunities for our team to play, teams that we normally or usually wouldn't play during the season. And, the different location and destinations that our Badger fans get to travel to makes it pretty cool as well.
And so the long off season now begins. Their next game, August 31st, Camp Randall Stadium against Western Michigan. Moving on now to your weather to ring in 2024. Let's check your first warn forecast. Chief Meteorologist, I'm giving you a promotion, Alex. You're out on the weather patio dealing with the elements.
I will take it. Oh, yeah, I am out here. I'm out in the elements here. Yeah, 25 degrees in Madison right now, 26 in Lone Rock, 26 in the Dells. This is what it should feel like for this time of year. We really haven't had a lot of weather like this over the course of the past couple of months where it actually feels like what it's supposed to outside. 25 is pretty popular. We got some 26s out there and a 27 right now in Cross Plains. Temperatures over the course of the next 10 days. See that line, 28 to 27, that's normal. Most of the time we're above normal, kind of keeping that El Nino temperature type pattern. But we're going to be a little bit different here as we go out into the next 7 to 10 days. This weekend, we started talking about consistency in our weather models showing the potential for a strong storm early next week. This would be the 8th, the 9th, and the 10th, and our weather models are still pretty consistent at showing that, so we want to be first to warn you about the potential. We'll be keeping an eye on that weather system. Coming up in Maine Weather, we'll give you a projection of what that weather system could look like and talk more about some of the variability, some of the differences that could occur as we march out towards that weather system, keeping you informed about it. And we'll also do a tour of viewer photos to start off 2024.
Sounds good, Alex. Thank you. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un begins 2024 with a dire warning to the United States. This could be the first of many such news-making headlines coming from the leader as Americans prepare to go to the polls this year to choose a president. Natalie Brand has more details now from Washington.
North Korean leader Kim Jong-un rang in the new year with a rally, hours after threatening to thoroughly annihilate the U.S. and South Korea if provoked. During a meeting to set state goals for the new year, Kim vowed to launch 3 additional military spy satellites, produce more nuclear material, and introduce attack drones in 2024. North Korea test-fired its most advanced ballistic missile on December 18th that exhibited range to hit anywhere in the U.S., according to Japan and South Korea.
Kim suggested he'll intensify weapons tests ahead of the U.S. presidential election. Experts say it could be an attempt to increase his leverage.
Analysts on the region say Kim views the testing as a way to get more concessions from the U.S. if former President Donald Trump is reelected. Kim and Trump met for face-to-face negotiations in 2018 in an attempt to denuclearize the peninsula, but the talks fell apart. Since 2022, North Korea has conducted more than 100 missile tests, prompting the U.S. and South Korea to expand their joint military drills. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
And Kim warned yesterday the war could break out on the Korean peninsula at any time over the U.S. and South Korean military provocations. South Korea's president used his New Year's address to say he'll strengthen the military's capabilities to respond to North Korea's nuclear threat. In local news, Madison police arrested a 32-year-old woman for a stabbing last night. Officers were called to a home in the 1300 block of Jennifer Street. They say they encountered what they say was a chaotic scene and found a 43-year-old man injured. He was taken to the hospital and is expected to survive. The woman arrested faces various charges, including first-degree recklessly endangering safety. New Year's Eve is known for celebrations and libations. With any holiday, the possibility of drunk driving increases. Will Keneally checks in with the State Patrol to see how last night went. Will?
For many folks, New Year's Day falling on Monday makes for a long holiday weekend. That can mean more opportunities to drink and make bad decisions on Wisconsin roadways.
There's always quite a few more people out for the evenings, especially if it falls on a day that's for making for a long weekend like it was this year.
That's Sergeant Randy Gordon, who works out of the State Patrol post in DeForest. They manage the interstate highways for an 8-county area in southwestern Wisconsin.
I provide traffic enforcement for the interstate corridor, I-39, 90, 94, with all the way the region goes all the way from La Crosse all the way down to Illinois for the interstate area.
A lot of the issues they find are where you see the highest number of people.
The main traffic areas are always the higher density issues for incidents of crashes and possibly alcohol-related incidents, especially on holiday weekends. So East Washington Avenue, the Interstate 51 and 151, those areas that are just travel a lot heavier.
Luckily this weekend, the small amount of snow our area got did not pose too many issues for Wisconsin travelers.
The roads cleared up very fast after the little bit of snow and a little bit of freezing rain that we got. So the road conditions were not a factor due to weather.
For those already making plans for next year, Gordon says to remember there are other options than driving while intoxicated.
The bars and the restaurants in the areas that have the Safe Ride programs, a lot of Uber, a lot of other public transportation options, and a lot of them are free, especially on New Year's nights where driving can easily be avoidable after you've been drinking.
Now, this comes as law enforcement agencies like Madison Police and the Dane County Sheriff are doing increased patrols on drunk driving this next month.
Will, thank you. SSM Health St. Mary's Hospital in Madison celebrating its first baby of 2024. Barely after midnight, the Kirsting family of Oregon welcomed their son Alexander to the world. He weighs 9 pounds, 7 ounces, measured in at 21.5 inches long. His parents, Leanna and Luke, say they're thrilled to take him home.
We kind of guessed it was either going to be New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. We weren't sure which, but yeah, kind of a wild ride. But we're happy to be done with it and have him in our arms.
He arrived very early in the new year. Alexander's official time of birth on his birth certificate, 12:02 a.m. Dozens gathered in Madison to celebrate a different New Year's baby's birthday today, even though she can't be there with them. Nora's New Year's Walk raises money to support families of children at UW Children's Hospital, a journey the parents who brought 2020's first baby into the world know all too well. Braden Ross joins us with more. Braden?
Yeah, Nora was the first baby born in Madison in the new year back in 2020. Her dad joked to me that she came into the world with a camera in her face, but they cherish that photo even more now. Less than 2 years after it was taken, Nora was diagnosed with leukemia, and within just 10 days, she passed away. Now Nora's parents Andrea and Dave start every new year gathering with friends and family to remember Nora and raising money to support families going through the struggle of having a child in the hospital.
When we were in the NICU, and we had just amazing doctors and nurses, and it was a very tough experience. One of the things that sort of benefited us and kind of kept us on the rails was Child Life, which is an organization that basically works to speak on behalf of the parents, help kind of translate what the doctors are telling you. Sometimes it's just as much as somebody to play with your kid for an hour so you can get out and get some fresh air.
Now, all of the money raised in Nora's New Year Walk this year goes to support Child Life at the UW Children's Hospital to help other families. If you'd like to support Dave and Andrea's goal, you can find all the information you need online at norasgivingheart.org.
Braden, thank you. Coming up, a full look at your First One forecast with meteorologist Alex Harrington and how to make those New Year's resolutions stick. That and more ahead on News 3 Now at 6.
Do more together this holiday in the Chevy that's right for you. The award-winning Chevy Equinox, the hard-working Chevy Silverado, or the all-new high-tech Chevy Trax. Whatever your plans are this season, do more in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or current Chevy owners get $5,000 total cash allowance on this Silverado.
See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Steinhaffel's New Year's sale starts now. Ring in the new year with the latest styles for every room in the house. Save up to $800 on living room, dining room, bedroom, and mattresses. And with Steinhaffel's 60-month financing, your new room just got more affordable. But don't wait, because these deals won't last long. The New Year's sale at Steinhaffel's. Shop in store or online at steinhaffels.com. Relax, it's Steinhaffel's.
Family-owned Brothers Maine knows choosing appliances for a remodel or new build can be exciting and overwhelming. Our experienced staff has experienced it all as we've guided thousands of area families through appliance selection. Brothers Maine has a larger inventory and low-price deals that consistently beat competitors, including Big Box. You heard me, Big Box can't beat our prices. From sales to install, Brothers Maine does it all. Feel great about your purchases and feel like family at Brothers Maine.
Cobeson Buses, now hiring.
I'm Dina Noland. I drive for Cobeson Buses. Working with Cobeson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. First day of school for my son, the fact that I get to bring him there and I can just park my bus right on the side and walk in. They don't mind that. They want you to be there for your family.
I've always enjoyed working with kids. The opportunity to transport them in a bus, I enjoy doing it.
Visit Cobeson.com to apply.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
The start of the new year can give a sense of new beginnings, which can be motivating for people to make changes in their daily lives. But research shows many people give up on those New Year's resolutions within weeks, sometimes even days into the new year. Mandy Gaither has tips on how to make your 2024 resolutions stick.
From exercising more to eating better. If you're looking to make a change in the new year, you're not alone, but bad habits can be hard to shift.
Change is not like a light switch. It is a process.
Clinical psychologist Susan Alberts with Cleveland Clinic says the first way to help make resolutions stick is to be specific about our goals.
Our brains love to know the direction that we are going. So instead of saying, I want to exercise more, make a specific goal, such as 20 minutes of walking a day. This is going to make you much more successful in completing this goal.
Albert says to also be realistic. Setting goals that aren't sustainable can make resolutions fall flat.
This is because we tend to set behaviors that are too different from where we are at this very moment. Anticipating obstacles. This is a helpful strategy for continuing resolutions.
Albert says stopping a behavior is harder than starting one. So instead of trying not to eat any more junk food, she says to try setting a goal to eat more fruits and veggies. And finally, link a new behavior to an existing one.
For example, if you drink coffee every morning, but you want to start exercising, link the exercise to drinking the coffee. Have it be the very next behavior that you do.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Albers says it is always good to set resolutions with others. She says creating a goal list with your family can help keep everyone accountable and engaged and help everyone stay on the same page throughout the year. Coming up on News 3 Now at 6, some folks in Middleton certainly had a healthy start to their new year, how they spent the first day celebrating 2024 after the break. And we'll get a complete look at your first warn forecast with meteorologist Alex Harrington next.
Don't miss the Smith Brothers Factory Authorized New Year's Sale on now at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Select from many styles on our showroom floor or custom order the Amish crafted furniture that's right for you.
Happy New Year!
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, you're free to enjoy your dreams.
Look at you. Okay, you ready?
Save up to 23% when you bundle auto and home. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Hi, welcome to Toyotathon.
Thanks. Now that the holidays are over, I'm getting a Camry.
And we're getting a RAV4 hybrid.
And I'm getting a Tundra.
Oh, and you're getting a belly rub.
And I'm getting a truck.
Right now, during Toyotathon, you can get $2,000 cash back on a new Tundra Hybrid when you finance through Toyota Financial Services.
Come in today, but you're already here.
Toyota, let's go places.
Are record energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With inflation rising at record levels and incomes not keeping pace, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive in the blistering heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter. While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.kwwf.org.
Don't miss the Smith Brothers Factory Authorized New Year's Sale on now at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Select from many styles on our showroom floor or custom order the Amish crafted furniture that's right for you.
Happy New Year!
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
In Middleton, this morning marked the return of Fleet Feet's New Year's Day Dash, a timed 5-mile run. Your New Year's resolution may have included some fitness goals, so no time was wasted for these participants to get active this morning. It ended at Kiva Sports Center, where runners could enjoy some hot beverages and prizes. And we checked in with some runners about their New Year's resolutions.
I do, yeah. To work out and just to stay in shape, and that was last year's, and that's my resolution this year also.
I want to really, I'm starved for community and connection, and I want to really invest in connecting with my community.
I don't make New Year's resolutions. That's my resolution, is not to make one, but I have goals.
Participants could choose to walk 2 miles instead of competing in the 5-mile run. Time now to get a complete look. That's your first warn forecast. Here's meteorologist Alex Harrington. Alex?
Yeah, Eric, first forecast of 2024, and most of it, for at least the start of this forecast, is going to be pretty quiet over the next week or so. Staying dry, maybe some flurries Tuesday and Wednesday, no biggie. We're first to warn this weekend that there are signals in our weather models that we could be looking at an impactful storm for the Midwest January 8th, 9th, and 10th. And in this forecast, I'll give you a little sneak peek of what that storm could look like. Temperatures 25, 26 all the way through the nighttime. The clouds have been struggling to depart today, and they will struggle a bit to depart tonight. I think we'll see more in the way of clouds on your Tuesday, but it will be 35 degrees, so that's a plus. Oh, temperatures tonight dipping down around 25. That's where we'll start. You see all of this white across Dane County. That's the clouds hanging on there, and maybe a peak or two of sun on your Tuesday, but generally the clouds hang about. But the temperatures on the plus side, from an optimistic standpoint, will be in the lower to middle 30s. 25 in Madison, 27 in Baraboo, 26 in Lone Rock, and 25 in Monroe for low temperatures tonight. And then we'll do 35. That seems to be a pretty popular number for your Tuesday, with variable amounts of clouds, maybe a little bit of sun out there. Temperatures staying at or above normal through the next 10 days here, folks. The only day where we get down closer to normal is Thursday. Then as we head out into next week, we're tracking an impactful weather system. There could be colder air behind that weather system. It looked that way yesterday, but a little bit more temperate looking at this point in time. Now, little snow people we've had this year with only 6 inches of snow. Last year at this time, we had nearly 20 inches of snow, and we should have somewhere around 15, 16 inches by this point in time. And we could add to the snow amounts, and plentiful amounts too, potentially. First to warn here about a weather system, we look at consistency in weather models. The longer term models are consistent at showing a weather system 8th, 9th, 10th of January. It's still a way out. These storms can shift in track and strength, and sometimes weather models get a little excited about weather systems far out into the future, and then as you march towards them, they dial back and become a little bit less excited. But we're keeping an eye on that weather system. It could look like this January 8th, 9th, and 10th with widespread snow, then wrapping up on Wednesday morning, the 10th, with a few flurries, and again, watching the potential for colder air coming in behind that weather system. Again, planning your night tonight, temperatures right around 25, 26. We'll do 35 for those high temperatures as we go on into your Tuesday. And again, we're watching this weather system here, folks, that could be impactful across the area. That's our recap as we go out into next week. Definitely tune into the live broadcasts, First Warn Weather app and channel3000.com. And weather photos here. Thanks, Paula, for showing us this weather photo from Monticello. The fog first, then the sun, and I think we've got some other weather photos too. David sends us this scene from Janesville, and Dana sends us this from Oregon, one of the dog parks. The moon setting in Fitchburg. John, thanks for sending us this frosty picture. We appreciate that. You folks know I can report the weather. I can talk about the weather all day long here on the news until our producers tell us, say, hey, Alex, wrap it up. But it's always nice to be able to show what's going on. Thanks, Pat, for that pretty picture. And Darlene from Judah with those frosty scenes. Folks, we'll be right back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
This is Matt Gunderson. It still hits me every time TAPS is played. We're honored to serve those who served. An eligible Veterans Life Celebration includes honors recognizing their dedication and selfless service, including uniform and medal displays.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
Not only does it change you on the outside, but something in the inside, knowing that you're looking better.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt in my life.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Well, today we're going to see one for ourselves and let you be the judge. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock, and what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes, and as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. Even watching the video, this is a real, it's a model, but it's a real guy with real bags underneath his eyes.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
And I did this to my father. We were at home. So we applied it to his under eye bags. And let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view. And now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. He calls me every single month saying, hey, Annette, I'm out of Plexiderm. Please send me more. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. The way you want to do it is you want to have a clean, dry face. You use a small amount because it's so powerful. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger. This is it.
This new year is the best time to try Plexiderm at our startup price of only $14.95. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Start your new day with the News 3 Now This Morning team, bringing you local breaking news, exploring all that makes our area special, and letting you know what to expect when you head out the door. The Emmy Award-winning News 3 Now This Morning, weekdays. You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
The last time Wisconsin faced LSU, the scene was Lambeau Field. This time around, it was in a different NFL stadium, and there was a lot on the line. Their 8th win of the season, a ReliaQuest Bowl trophy, and sending out the seniors on a high note. You want to talk about starting fast? Well, Wisconsin's first drive ended in points. Tanner Mordecai lofts one up to Bryson Green, and he mosses a dude to put the Badgers up 7-0. It's tied at 14 just before the half. Badgers on the move again, and Mordecai finds a wide-open Will Pauling in the back of the end zone for his second tutty of the game. Wisconsin led by 7 at the break. Second half, more of the same, but from the ground game. Jackson Aker, the Verona legend, makes one cut, and he gone. 33 yards to the house, and the Badgers are in business. Unfortunately for them, the Tigers always had an answer. Fourth quarter, UW up 3, and Garrett Nessmeyer hits Brian Thompson Jr. in the end zone, and that'd be your winner. Badgers fall 35-31 and fail to send the seniors out on a high note.
Probably the way we played today. We played to the finish. Obviously, we didn't come out victorious, but I know everybody in that locker room, all those seniors gave everything they got for this program and for this team today, so I'm thankful for those guys.
We obviously underperformed, and which sucks because you want to do the best you can and send your seniors out on a high note. But you got to carry the tradition, and now it's time for other guys to step up.
Now, Luke Fickell summed up the loss. Obviously, it hurts, but he also praised this group for their fight all season long and said he couldn't have been prouder of the guys in that locker room. Live on a pirate ship at Raymond James Stadium, Zach Hanley, News 3 Sports.
Zach, thank you. He looks so comfortable on that pirate ship. Great job to he and Andrew Banstra on their coverage this week from Tampa. Great job covering the team. Tough loss. Up here, Alex keeping a close eye on the weather.
Yeah, we have stuff to talk about, too, in 2024. First, the quiet stuff. 20s, not probably 60s and 70s that Zach and Andrew are probably enjoying right now. But this isn't too bad for this time of year. High temperatures in the 30s. That's 7 degrees above normal for your Tuesday. But then, as we've been mentioning this weekend, enough consistency in our weather models to give you the first warn here that there could be a strong storm system in the Midwest. It could impact southern Wisconsin with snow and wind. Sometimes these weather systems and the weather models get a little excited far out from the system actually itself. And then as you get closer to the weather system, it kind of dials back some. But at this point, weather models, Eric, pretty consistent, showing that this storm will impact the Midwest. This would be Monday, Tuesday, going into Wednesday. This would be something to definitely tune into our live broadcast, channel3000.com, and the First Warn weather app all week. We'll keep up on the latest.
Something you're keeping an eye on January 8th tonight. Just be prepared, and we'll keep you abreast of the situation as it continues to develop. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back tonight for News 3 Now at 10. Have a great evening.